The Al Salama camp is home to tens of thousands of Syrians who've been recently displaced as a direct result of Russian airstrikes. This piece of land, not far from the border with Turkey, used to be empty. Now thousands of tents are crammed together, separated by winding footpaths and narrow streets. They're lined by boys and girls who've had their childhood robbed from them by war. While others their age go to school elsewhere around the world, they are stuck here, traumatized by war and abandoned by the international community. Baby Ali is 2 weeks old. His father and pregnant mother fled their home in Tel Rifat in Aleppo 3 weeks ago when Russian airstrikes began targeting the town.
We left our homes because of the Russian airstrikes. They were non-stop and relentless. They didn't spare anybody.
They slept in a car for a week before Ali's mother went into labor. It was only after Ali was born that they were given a tent. His father says Russia is not just trying to defend the government of President Bashar al-Assad, it's also trying to change the ethnic makeup of parts of Syria.
No, it's not true. They are not targeting ISIL. They are targeting civilians, and especially Sunnis. They are going after Sunnis.
Although the flow of refugees has been ongoing for several years now, what makes this camp different is that the internally displaced here say that they have been forcibly and intentionally removed by Russian airstrikes and the Syrian regime in a bid to ethnically cleanse large parts of northern Syria. And it's not only the people here who have accused Russia of ethnic cleansing. Turkey's Prime Minister leveled the same accusation at Moscow last week, as did senior members of the Syrian opposition. Abdel Jawad Hafiz lost his left leg 18 months ago when the Syrian Air Force bombed his home. He sought refuge in Mara, but the Russians bombed civilians there too, displacing him and all his family for a second time.
The Russians are bombing our towns to empty them of the indigenous people.
This is why Turkey says it's keeping these people inside Syria. Turkish aid agencies are delivering food and blankets, but the government says it doesn't want to let people in. It doesn't want to be complicit to ethnic cleansing, it claims. There isn't a city in Syria that hasn't been affected by this civil war. And there isn't a child here who doesn't seem haunted by all the death and destruction. These children are too young to differentiate between Sunni, Alawi, Arab and Kurd. Unfortunately for them, they've been born at a time when that difference could decide whether they live or die. Jamal al-Shayyal, Al Jazeera, Northern Syria.